All right, so.
There we go. Yeah, should I just mute this? All right.
I'm gonna mute everybody too. There we go. All right, great. I'm glad you all could be here together to practice. It's nice to get to check in with everyone as you're coming in. So let's start sitting if you're not already, and just maybe closing your eyes, maybe keeping your eyes open. Taking a moment to connect with your breath. Just intentional breath in and out, maybe intentionally sensing down through your sitting bones into the ground, or whatever part of your body is touching the ground right now. And so as you do that, really just arriving in the present moment. And that includes thoughts, sensations, really anything that arises. So every time I come back to my practice, come back to trying to help others cultivate their practice, I always come back to what this practice is fundamentally, which is really, as I've said so many times, a practice of really knowing yourself and caring for yourself, loving yourself deeply. But we do this, we practice this way because we genuinely, sincerely want to be able to love and connect with others, to love and connect with our world. So that really, for me, at this point, gets to the heart of this practice. So this evening, just want to invite you to really, as we do, refine this sense of internal attentiveness. So that's why I try to offer these ways of feeling in a more subtle way, some of the deeper actions of the postures. And that deepening of internal awareness naturally is an offering of care. It's naturally an offering of loving presence, just paying attention deeply. So you might notice or feel into your breath and start there. Breathing in and out through the nose, sensing the breath moving across the back of the throat, sensing maybe breath arising from the pelvic floor, that knitting together of pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones. That sense of drawing in below the navel, lifting up, so lengthening from the root to the crown. Just that steady, sweet rhythm, and let that be this kind of constant and dynamic reminder to dig deep. So with your next exhale, let's just bow the head and blink the eyes open if they were closed. And then we can just lift the gaze forward and let's lie down on our backs as we've been doing to start most of these classes. Just lie down, and when you lie down, let's just hug the knees in for a moment. So sometimes we actually make these kind of embodied gestures of care, sometimes giving a hug like this, just hugging the knees, rocking gently side to side or front to back. And then stretching the legs out onto the floor in front of you, just opening up, interlacing the fingers, arms reach away from the legs. So that lengthening gesture from the inside. Just getting longer, reaching right side, left side, lengthening as you inhale. And then again, let's hug both knees in. So we're always kind of oscillating between this expansion and contraction. And sometimes, maybe all the time, doing both at the same time. Let's take the right thigh on top of the left thigh. And you can either hook the right toes behind the left ankle or not. And then bring the knees right up over the hips and just hug the legs together and come back to your breath. So can you knit together pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones, draw in below navel? Let's outstretch the arms and then wrap the right arm under the left arm and either give yourself a hug or wrap your arms and place right fingers to left palm. You can stay still and just hug the arms and legs, or hug the arms together, hug the legs together, knit the navel down, or you can inhale, open that space between the knees and the elbow. And exhale, curl and pull everything together and repeat that. Inhale, opening. Exhale, squeezing, curling in. Again, inhale, opening. Exhale, squeezing, curling in. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, opening. Exhale, squeezing together. 1 more time, opening that space as you inhale. Exhale, squeezing it together. Stay here for an inhale and an exhale. And then inhale, releasing the arms and legs. And just take a moment to pause. Just notice where you are, that present moment awareness, that deep kind of attentiveness inside. Let's lift the legs and cross the left thigh on top of the right thigh. Maybe hook the toes, maybe not. Let arms outstretched first, just an opening inhale, and then wrapping the left arm under the right arm, maybe bringing left fingertips to right palm. Stay here. Find your arms squeezing together. Find your legs squeezing together. Find your midline as you take an exhale, and then inhale, open and create space. Exhale, curl together. Good. Inhale again, opening up. Exhale, curl together. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, curl together. Again, inhale, opening. Exhale, curl. Let's stay here. Take an inhale and an exhale. And then inhale, release the arms and the legs. Just pause, take a breath. Notice where you are. Notice where you are. Just let that deep kind of attentiveness naturally be an expression of the heart. Just feeling that felt sense of open-heartedness. Let's place the feet comfortably close to the sitting bones. I'm going to keep my arms overhead for now because it feels good to me. As you inhale, lift the hips up any amount. So lifting the hips, softening the head and shoulders, and breathe here with the hips lifted. Lengthening from the pits of the knees to the armpits. Take an inhale and then lower down as you exhale. We're going to do 2 more with our optional leg lift. So as you inhale, lift up. Pause and soften as you exhale. You might stay here or reach that right leg straight up. Reach that right leg straight up. Find that left hip point, wrap it in. Draw in below the navel, lengthening from the pit of the left knee to the armpit chest. 1 more inhale. And then foot down and hips down. Exhale. Good. 1 more time. Inhale, lifting up. Breathing here. So again, pause and take that moment to refine. Find the pelvic floor, the low belly. Can you get a little bit grounded in that space as you breathe, and then grounding the right heel, maybe lifting the left leg. Lengthening from the pit of the right knee to the armpit chest. Take another breath, reaching that left foot up, and then foot down and hips down as you exhale. Good, let's just pause, take a breath, let the feet come wide and the knees together. So just a constructive rest position. Maybe it feels nourishing to place a hand on the heart and a hand in the belly. Just a breath to notice and sense just where you are right now, what it feels like to be here. 1 more exhale, and then let's take the knees apart, turn the toes away from each other for that open twist that we do. Tip the knees to the right and stretch the left arm overhead and just opening up that whole left side as you breathe. So right here, I think this can be a beautiful time to locate some key areas. The pit of the left knee, the crease at the top of the left thigh. right? The left armpit, the fingertips, finding those creases and lengthening them. Take another exhale. And then inhale, coming back to the center. Let's switch the hands and switch the knees. So just tipping knees to the left, finding, locating on the right side, the pivot knee, the crease of the hip, the armpit, opening up space between those areas. Take a full breath, inhale. Full breath, exhale. All right, let's come back to the center. And then we'll rock ourselves up onto our hands and knees. So coming up into tabletop. Take your time, make your way up onto your hands and knees. And as you find your way onto your hands and knees, just take a moment pressing hands in and go through about 5 breaths. Maybe it's cat, cow, arching and rounding your back. Maybe you're moving side to side. Right? So whatever feels useful right now, just connecting breath and movement and kind of coming into this new orientation to the ground, right? New orientation to your midline. And then we'll take another exhale coming through the center. Let's place our forearms to the floor, step our feet back into our old friend, forearm plank. So really coming into forearm plank, gather and focus your attention here. Gather and focus your attention to your breath deeper on the inside. Can you locate your pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones, draw in below the knee? Could you get a little longer, a little sweeter with less effort? Take another inhale, another exhale. And then we're gonna roll onto our right side into forearm plank, forearm side plank. So coming into forearm side plank, maybe left hand on the hip or left arm reaching overhead. Hug the legs in, get longer through the left side. Another exhale here, and then inhale back to forearm plank. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale to the left side, coming onto that left forearm, maybe lifting that right arm up. Maybe touching the right hand to the hip. Hug the legs, lift the hips, reach long through the right fingertips. Good, take another full breath, lengthening as you inhale. And then exhale back to forearm plank. Take another inhale here, and then just lower the hips down for Sphinx. So hug the legs in, broaden the collarbones, draw in below the navel. You can stay with your elbows on the floor, or if you'd like to, lift your elbows up and come up a little higher, you're welcome to. Take another breath, inhale. And then just lower down and rest as you exhale. Just a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's take one more exhale here. Just being still and listening deeply. Let's come back into forearm plank. We're going to do all of that one more time. So forearm plank, lifting up. Come back to your breath, right? Come back to the breath. Let that be really the instrument, the tool that invites you to that deeper kind of internal awareness. Deep kind of attentiveness inside. Take another exhale here. And then rolling onto the right forearm. I like to spin my forearm a little bit so it comes closer to parallel to the top edge of my mat. Lift the hips, hug the legs in. Reach the left arm overhead if you can. Draw in below the navel, get longer as you inhale. And then exhale, come back to forearm plank. Take an inhale here and exhale, and then let's inhale onto the other side. Left forearm supporting you. Right arm can reach up and overhead, or whatever feels useful. Hug with your legs. Find your breath, find your midline. See if you can lengthen and expand a little bit. One more inhale, and then exhale all the way back to forearm plank. Take a full breath in right here, and then exhale, lower the hips down. One more time for Sphinx pose. Hug the legs in, draw in below the navel. Ground the elbows, broaden the collarbones. You can stay right here or press with your hands. Lift the armpit, chest up into cobra. Take another full Inhale, lengthening front to back. And exhale, lowering all the way down. Just really resting and listening for a moment. So really the practice of gathering and focusing attention inside in a deep way, it's really just deep listening. Just receiving the message, the aliveness of the present moment. Let's take one more exhale here. And then we're gonna rise onto our hands and knees and then lift all the way into downward facing dog. So coming into downward dog and full, deep, spacious breath here, lengthening through the arms, legs, and spine, bowing the head. You might pedal your feet, you might roll your back or your shoulders a little bit, just connecting. Noticing what it feels like to be here from the inside out. Let's see if when we exhale, we can locate the pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones, knit together and draw in below the navel to reach and lengthen through the arms, legs, and spine. With your next exhale, let's take our left hand and reach for the right leg, maybe the right ankle, and look under the right armpit. So this is a twist. You could also do this on your hands and knees. It's basically threading the needle. Take another full exhale here. And then inhale, release the left hand out. And exhale, reaching with the right hand for the left leg. Breathing here, drawing in and lengthening, looking under, rotating. Good. Take a full, deep, spacious breath. One more exhale. And then inhale back to downward dog. And exhale one more time. Let's bring the feet to the hands. And inhale, come halfway up. Nice full breath in. Exhale, bow all the way down over the legs. Let the head come all the way down. Inhale, stand up, lift the arms, look up, maybe palms touch. And then just bring your arms down, exhale. Great, we're gonna start our sun salutations with a side bend. So hug the legs in, lift the arms up, inhale. And then drop the left arm and lean to the left, exhale. Take a full lengthening breath, hugging legs in, lengthening, inhale. And leaning a little bit more as you exhale. Hugging in to lift the left arm up, maybe look up, inhale. And then right arm dropping down, leaning to the right, exhale. Stay for a breath, hugging in, lengthening, leaning as you exhale. Inhale, rising, reaching, looking up, palms touch. And then exhale, bow forward over the legs, all the way down. Inhale, just come halfway up, hugging legs in and lengthening spine. Exhale, step to high plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, take an inhale, rise up onto your toes. Turn your knees and toes to the right. Bend your knees and look under your right armpit. So it's a side stretch on the right side. As you inhale, come back through the center, up on the toes, pivoting to the left, bending the knees, looking under the left arm. Broadening the back, take an exhale, lift the belly, and then inhale back to center, and exhale, downward facing. Take another full cycle of breath in dog pose. And then inhale, bring the feet to the hands, and lengthen, come halfway up. Exhale, bow all the way down over the legs, head comes all the way down. Inhale, rise all the way up, lift the arms and look up. And exhale, just bring your arms to your sides. So I want to add in this really subtle quality that you can attempt to feel in every pose. And we'll continue with it through the sun salutation. So if you can locate your hip creases, locate your buttocks flesh, and then see if you can feel or imagine the hip creases deepening and lengthening as the buttocks flesh gets heavy. So they're actually opposing actions, but attempting to feel those actions maybe one at a time and then simultaneously. As the hip creases deepen and lengthen, the buttocks flesh gets heavy. Could you feel or imagine the pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones knitting together and rising, drawing in below the navel? Let's take an inhale, lift the arms and look up. And side bend to the left, exhale, leaning over. Take that extra breath to lengthen, hug in. As you inhale, exhale, leaning a little more. And then hugging in, lifting the left arm, looking up, breathing. Exhale to the right side. We'll stay for a full breath. Inhale, finding that subtle action in the hips and legs, the low belly. One more exhale. Hugging legs in, reaching right arm up, looking up, inhale. Exhale, bow forward over the legs, all the way down, heavy head. Inhale, hugging in, come halfway up, lengthening. Exhale, step to high plank or chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause in downward dog. So this is a perfect opportunity. So really this subtle action that I'm describing, it's just an invitation to feel a little more deeply. So can you locate your pubic bone, can you locate your hip creases? Locate the creases at the tops of the thighs, deepen and lengthen those creases, like they're lifting up to the ceiling. Then locate your buttocks flesh, drop it down towards your heels. Try to do both things at the same time, and maybe feel that deeper sense of lifting and toning to the belly. One more, exhale here. And then feet to the hands, hug the legs in, deep, long hip creases, heavy buttocks flesh as you lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, bowing all the way down, same actions. Rising all the way up, inhale, lift the arms and look up. And then exhale, just bring the arms down. One more simple flow just like that. Inhale, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, drop the left arm, just one breath this time, leaning over. Hug the legs in, lift the left arm up, maybe look up, inhale. Exhale, drop and lean to the right. As you inhale, rise back up, maybe look up, in breathing in, and then exhale, folding all the way down over the legs. Feel those hip creases, that buttocks flesh supporting you on the inside as you inhale and lengthen. And then step into high plank or chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, even right here, deepening, lengthening, dropping buttocks flesh. Exhale, rolling back to downward facing dog. Bow your head, take a full, deep, spacious breath. Really listening for a moment on the inside. From here, let's roll out onto our right hand into side plank. Lift the left arm up. As you exhale, let's drop the hips down. Follow with the left arm. Inhale, lift, and reach up and overhead again. Exhale, drop the hips. Follow with the left arm. Inhale, lift, and reach. That's the last one. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Onto the left side. Inhale, opening up into that side plank, reaching up and overhead. And exhale, drop the hips. Follow with the right arm. Inhale, lift and reach and lengthen overhead. Exhale, sink the hips, follow with the arm. Last time, inhale to lift, reach overhead. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Reconnect in a deep way. Find your breath. Maybe the subtle action, deep, long hip creases lifting up. Heavy weight of the buttocks flesh dropping down, drawing deeper to the belly, lengthening. One more exhale. Feet to the hands and lengthen as you inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bow over the legs all the way down. Inhale, stand all the way up, lift the arms and look up. Exhale, just bring the arms to your sides. Sun Salutation B Variations. Start with Utkatasana, bend the knees, lift the arms, inhale. Exhale, bow over the legs all the way down. Inhale, come halfway up, hugging the legs, but keep the hip creases deep. Exhale, step to chaturanga or plank. Take your time. Inhale, lift the armpit, chest into upward facing dog. Exhale, pulling from the low belly all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches up and back as you inhale. Pull the right foot forward between the hands as you exhale, up on the left toes. Climb up onto the right thigh and pause. So we're in a high lunge. Up on the left toes, right knee is bent. As you inhale, lift the arms up. Maybe you look up. So pause right here. Feel a little more deeply as you're able to. Deepen and lengthen the hip creases. Drop the buttocks flush. Lift up from the pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones. One more inhale. We're going to add a movement. Exhale, open twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, both arms lift back up. Exhale, open twist to the right again. Inhale, lift the arms back up. One more time, exhale to the right. Stay here, find your legs, find your midline, lengthen. Take another full exhale, sink into the legs a little more. Inhale, lift the arms back up, maybe look up. Exhale, hands down. You can take a one-legged vinyasa, or you can just step to downward dog, or anything that works for you right there. All the way up and back eventually. Take a breath and reconnect. Inhale and exhale. Let's take the left leg, inhale it all the way up and back. Enjoy that breath. Exhale, bring the left foot between the hands up on the right toes. Inhale, climb up onto the left thigh. Exhale, pause. Okay, so we're gonna, again, come all the way up, lift the arms and pause, and just in your own way, feel into that breath. Could you imagine the deepening and lengthening of the hip creases? The dropping of the buttocks flesh and lengthening through the midline. Exhale, twist to the left, arms open. Inhale, arms lift, and maybe look up. Exhale, twist to the left, arms open. Inhale, lift the arms and look back up if you can. Exhale, last time. We're going to hold for an extra breath. Feel into the legs. Rise to the armpit, chest, and out through the fingertips. Take another exhale. Use your legs. Inhale, lift the arms and look up. Exhale, hands down, maybe one-legged chaturanga, or whatever vinyasa works for you to get to downward facing dog, or maybe even child's pose. Take a full breath in, full breath out. One more exhale. Feet to the hands, come halfway up as you inhale. Find that lift and length to the belly. Exhale, bow all the way down over the legs. Bend the knees, hug the legs in, lift the arms up, inhale, Utkatasana, and back to standing as you exhale. One more round just like that. Start with Utkatasana. Inhale, bend and reach. Exhale, bow over the legs all the way. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, step back, maybe high plank, maybe bend your elbows for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts as you inhale. Exhale, right foot forward between the hands, up on the left toes. Climbing up onto the right thigh, pause. Find your midline. Maybe free up the hips by deepening the hip creases, dropping the buttocks flush. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, open twist to the right. Same thing as before. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, open twist to the right. Again, inhale, lifting up, maybe looking up. Last time, we'll hold the twist for a couple of breaths. Stay here. Get a little deeper. Notice where you are on the inside as you breathe. Take another exhale. Inhale, lift the arms, maybe look up. Exhale, hands down. Could be one-legged chaturanga or your choice to vinyasa. Back to downward facing dog. All the way back. Let's pause for a breath. Reconnect. Offer that deep kind of attentiveness inside. Let's inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, bring the left foot between the hands up on the right toes. Inhale, climb up onto the thigh and pause. Right, use that pause to feel a little more deeply. Maybe hip creases, buttocks, flesh, midline. And then inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Last time, twist and hold it. So feel the legs squeeze together without jamming the hip creases. Keep them deep and long, keep the buttocks flesh heavy. One more exhale. Inhale back to the center, and then exhale, hands down again. Your choice for vinyasa. It could be one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Full deep breath. Lengthening the arms, legs, and spine. Another exhale here. Let's bring the feet to the hands. Come halfway up as you inhale. Enjoy that breath. Savor it. Feel into the subtleties of it. Exhale, same thing here. Bowing in. So the hip creases get really deep, lifted like they're slicing straight up to the ceiling. And the buttocks flesh drops deeply as you knit the sitting bones together and lift up. As you inhale, let's bend the knees, lift the arms, and look up. And then come back into standing as you exhale. Inhale, exhale, pause. We're going to do one more round of a sun salutation for now. A different sequence. It's going to start with Utkatasana. We're going to hold it. So bend the knees, lift the arms. Any variation of your arms that you wish here. So it could be palms to the center of chest. It could be hands behind the head. It could be arms lifted like mine are right now. Hug in with your legs, feel your feet. So can you deepen and lengthen the hip creases, the crease of the top of the thigh, as you drop the buttocks flesh and lift up below the navel. Take another full inhale, lengthening from the inside up through the fingertips of the crown. As you exhale, bow all the way down over the legs. Deep breath out. Inhale, hugging in, coming halfway up. Exhale, step to high plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This is sun salutation C. Inhale, lift the right leg up, get really long and spacious. Exhale, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Inhale, reach with the arms as you straighten the leg and lift it up. And then exhale, place the right foot between the hands, drop the left foot. We're going to rise on an inhale to warrior two. Arms outstretched, exhale, sinking in. Inhale, extended side angle. Reach the left arm overhead. Exhale, stay there. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, stay warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left hand on the left thigh. Right arm up, exhale, stay here. Inhale, back to warrior two. As you exhale this time, left hand to the floor. Step the right foot back into side plank. Take an inhale, reach the right arm up and overhead. Hug the legs in, lengthen from the inside. And then exhale back to chaturanga and up dog as you inhale. And down dog as you exhale. Same thing other side, left leg up and back, inhale. Bend the knee, roll the hip open, really savor that breath. Let the inhale be a natural, lengthening breath as you reach the leg back. Exhale, bring the left foot between the hands, drop the right foot. Inhale, rise into warrior two, arms outstretched. Exhale, stay right there. Inhale to extended side angle pose, left forearm to thigh, right arm overhead, exhale right there. Inhale back to warrior two, exhale warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, right hand to right thigh, lift the left arm up, exhale, stay there. Inhale back to warrior two, and then exhale, right hand down, left foot back, hugging in, reaching overhead for side plank. Stay here, find your midline. Can you find your hip creases? Your buttocks flesh, get longer. One more inhale. Exhale, maybe chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe child's pose. Somewhere that you can connect for a moment. Inhaling and exhaling here. Good, let's take another full breath, just really gathering and focusing your attention inside. And then bring the feet to the hands, come halfway up as you breathe in. Bow all the way down as you breathe up. A little bit of a hold in Utkatasana, so bend the knees, lift the arms up, inhale, stay here as you exhale. A couple of breaths, just gathering attention inside, feeling to that midline lengthening. Take another exhale. And then inhale, release the pose, bring the arms down as you exhale. Inhale and exhale, pause. Just take a steady gaze with your eyes. Bring your palms to touch each other in front of your chest. So from here, with your steady gaze, your steady breath, let's just lift the right knee in front of you. And then cross the right ankle on the left thigh and start to bend the left knee. So you're sitting back into a half chair position. Breathing here. So you could stay right here. If you'd like, inhale, palms touching out, stretch your arms in front of you. Exhale, turn towards your right foot. So your right forearm or wrist starts to slide down the sole of your right foot. Maybe you get beyond your elbow, and then so your elbow is touching the sole of your foot. You bend your elbows, thumbs towards the chest and rotate. Draw in below navel. So this is one of those moments where it's really challenging to feel that level of subtlety. See what's possible right here. Deep, long hip creases, heavy buttocks, flesh, lifted belly. One more exhale. Inhale, if you had the twist, release it. Exhale, stay one more breath. And then inhale, let's lift the arms, lift the right knee, victorious breath in. And then foot down, arms down, exhale. Same thing, other side. Any degree that feels useful to you. Palms together, inhale, exhale, settle your gaze. Right, come back to that deep kind of internal attentiveness if you can. Let's just inhale, lift the left knee, and then cross left ankle on right thigh and start to sit back into that half chair. So the more you can deepen and lengthen your hip creases as you start this pose, the more you can deepen and lengthen those hip creases and drop the buttocks flush, the more easeful that opening of the hip will become, right? As you deepen that midline connection. So as you inhale, you might outstretch your arms with the palms touching, and then maybe you turn towards that left foot and start to slide across, right? Any amount. Keep breathing. Perhaps you get to a place where you bend your elbows, thumbs towards the center chest. Find that midline connection if you can as you find your breath. Let's take another full deep exhalation here. And then you can release the twist, reach the arms forward, inhale. Palms in, sit back again, exhale. Inhale, rise, lift the knee, reach the arms up. And then exhale, bring the foot down and the arms down. Let's just take a breath in and out to pause. All right, so we're going to take a step out to the side and face the wide edge of the yoga mat, arms outstretched, inhaling. Exhale, just bring your hands to your hips. Bring your feet parallel or slightly turned in. Press into your feet, broaden your chest, inhale. And then exhale, just fold over your wide legs. So we're going to come into a wide-legged standing forward bend. And as you do, I just want you to explore what I mentioned a moment ago, which is the more you can deepen and lengthen the hip creases, keep them deep and long as you drop the buttocks flesh, the more you start to deepen a midline connection, that grounding to the midline, lifting and toning to the midline, the more there's actually a sense of freedom and spaciousness inside the hip joint. So they go together, they work together. So it's not a stretching of the hip, it's really just an activation of the midline and then a freedom and an opening of the hip joint. Take another full exhale. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, stay there. Inhale, stand all the way up, arms outstretched. Exhale, this time bring hands together behind your back. Interlace your fingers, take a big breath in, look up, lean back, inhale. Exhale, bow forward, and let your arms drop over any amount. So just another wide standing forward fold. So deepening, lengthening the hip creases, dropping the buttocks flesh, lifting the pelvic floor. Take another full exhale here. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Let the arms reach up. And then exhale, hands to the hips again. Let's turn the heels in, the toes out for our goddess here. So let's reach the arms up, press into the feet. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and the elbows, right? So stay here, just lengthen the arms as you inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and the elbows, sinking deeper. Keep the knees, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, sink a little bit more. One more time, inhale, reaching just the arms, lengthening up. Exhale, sink down again, bend the elbows, sink a little deeper into the legs. Inhale here, exhale, hands onto the thighs, lean forward, shrug shoulders to ears. Right now, see if you can inhale, release your belly. Just let it drop. Exhale, scoop it up and in. Inhale, release the belly. Exhale, scoop it up and in. One more time. Inhale, just releasing. Exhale, drawing it deeply up and in. Stay here. See if you can deepen, lengthen hip creases, drop buttocks, flesh, get more lifted to the belly with less effort. Add just more attentiveness. So it's not more effort, it's more awareness, deeper awareness. Inhale, rise all the way up, arms outstretched, and then step back to the top of your mat as you exhale. Let's just take a big breath in to pause. Feet together, arms down. So another little balancing sequence, and then we're going to start to come down a little bit. So from here, let's just take a steady gaze with the eyes. Bring the left hand to the left hip. We're going to shift weight to the left foot and bend the right knee so the heel comes towards your bottom. You can reach back with your right hand and grab hold of your foot. Any way you want to grab the foot. I like to grab the big toe mound of my foot. You could grab the pinky toe edge, that's okay too. And then locate the pit of the right knee, drop it down. Locate the right hip crease, let it get deep and long. Feel the buttocks flesh dropping and the midline engaging. And then maybe you inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, start to lean forward as you pull your right shin back and push your right foot up. So you're gazing steady, maybe out at the horizon, or anywhere that's grounding for you. Take another full breath here. And exhale. And then inhale, we're gonna rise. Bring left hand back to hip. Lift the right knee in front of you and touch it with your right hand. Exhale, you stay there or take your big toe. And then inhale, open that leg out in front of you. Exhale, stay there. Stand tall on that left leg, broad in the armpit chest. Even here, could you imagine hip creases deepening and lengthening? Buttocks flesh dropping, standing taller. One more, exhale. Inhale, release the foot, bring both hands to hips, keep it lifted. One more breath in, and then foot down, arms down. Exhale, good. Let's do that one more time on the other side. Okay, so right hand to right hip. Settle your gaze first. Okay, find your breath. Deepen attention inside. Bend the left knee and reach back with the hand. So you're grabbing the foot behind you. This could be it right here. Drop the pit of the knee, deepen the hip crease, drop the buttocks flesh, broaden the armpit chest. Inhale, out, lift the right arm up and overhead. Exhale, start to tip forward and pull the shin back and the foot up. So just opening whatever amount feels useful to you right now so you can keep breathing, right? Come back, see if you can deepen attention inside as you expand. Feel them simultaneously. One more exhale. Let's rise back up, right hand to hip, lift the left knee, inhale and exhale here. Let's take the big toe or touch the knee. And then inhale, you can outstretch your leg if you wish for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Stand up tall. Can you locate your hip creases, deepen and lengthen them? Can you locate your buttocks flesh? Let it be heavy, and then draw up from the pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones below the navel. One more inhale, one more exhale. Let's bring the left hand to the hip. Inhale, keep the leg lifted. Stay here for another breath. Stand up tall. One more inhale, and then foot down. Arms down. Exhale, back into Samastiti. Good, let's take a cleansing sequence to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the arms and look up. Maybe lean back for a crescent. Exhale, bow over the legs all the way. Inhale, hugging legs in, lengthening spine. Exhale, stepping back, maybe lower. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rolling all the way back. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Right, so with practice, this deepening of inner awareness, this deep kind of attentiveness inside, it becomes, in a way, it becomes effortless. It becomes natural. Right, so we just do our best, we just practice and deepen that pathway. Just trusting that that inner awareness is an open-hearted, loving gesture we can make to ourselves. Let's take the right leg, reach it up and back as you inhale. Bend the knee, roll the hip open as you exhale. Inhale, stretch the leg up and back. Exhale, bring the right foot to the outside of the right thigh. Touch the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Touch the left knee down. So we're going to do our little low lunge twist. So turning the right knee and toes out to the right, and then bringing the right hand to the thigh and broadening the collarbone. So rotating a little bit around. Here, sometimes we imagine those legs squeezing together. You can imagine that. Could you locate your hip creases, deepen and lengthen both of the hip creases, and then drop the buttocks flesh and feel that lifting and toning from the inside, drawing in below navel, broadening collarbones. Take another full exhale here, rotating, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, turn back to the center, hands on the inside of the right thigh. Exhale, drop the left forearm to the floor, lift the left knee, and then step the right foot back into forearm side plank. Maybe you lift your right arm up and overhead, hugging in, take an inhale to lengthen, and then exhale back to forearm plank, and then lift your hips into dolphin pose. So lifting into dolphin for a moment, bow your head, broaden your upper back, deepen that lift to the belly. From dolphin, could you press into your hands, lift your elbows at the same time, come back into downward facing dog. Other side, left leg, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Inhale, lengthen, reach that leg up and back. Exhale, bring that left foot to the outside of the left hand, touch the right knee down. Same thing other side, starting with that low lunge twist. Left hand to left thigh. So this, for most of us, this is a very familiar pose. So that's why we're just gonna deepen. Turn the knee and toes out. Deepen your awareness, your internal awareness to whatever degree is possible. You might just start with the breath. Could you locate your hip creases, let them get deeper and longer? Drop the buttocks flesh, draw in below the navel, broaden the collarbones and rotate here. So just as you refine and deepen that awareness, there's naturally, effortlessly, there's more space, more connection. One more, exhale. Inhale, start to turn back to the center. So we're gonna place the right forearm to the floor, lift the right knee, step the left foot back into forearm plank on the right side. Lift the left arm, lengthen, reaching overhead. Take a full breath, inhale, and then left forearm down for forearm plank, exhale. Inhale, walk the feet in, lift the hips up, exhale, dolphin. Take a full deep breath here. Press into your hands. See if you can lift your elbows at the same time and extend the arms into downward facing dog. Just another full inhale, full exhale here. Good, let's bring the shins forward and the bottom down and the legs outstretched, coming into seated. Sitting up nice and tall. So even just right here, simple, right? Let the simple moments, the symmetrical moments, be an opportunity, the more supported moments, like we're sitting down, be an opportunity to feel more deeply, right? So if you can feel or imagine the space of your hip creases, your buttocks flesh. So there's a deepening and a lengthening of the hip creases. It almost moves back towards the buttocks flesh. And then the buttocks flesh drops, and there can be this connection of those two energies and a lifting of the sitting bones up inside. Let's take an inhale, reach for the big toes for Paschimottanasana. Exhale, bow over the legs. A few breaths just folding over your legs here, breathing in and out. Let's take another full breath, just exhaling. Just lengthening. So as you take that lengthening breath, imagine the hip creases moving back, infinitely back behind you as the buttocks flesh drops down. And then inhale, exhale, release the pose. So we're going to walk our hands back behind us and then walk our feet in so the knees are bent. Bring your hands a little bit wider than your hips and then inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, swing the hips back through the arms, press with the hands, draw in below the navel. Repeat that again. Inhale, lift the hips up. Reverse table. Exhale, swing the hips back, but hover over the floor, pressing with the hands. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, swinging back, pressing with the hands, scooping the belly. And then inhale, lift back up one more time. And exhale, just bring your bottom down and your legs outstretched. Good, let's bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Oh my goodness, so I love this particular way of deepening awareness in Baddha Konasana. And again, if you're not feeling it right now, sometimes you keep coming back, you keep dipping in and just inquiring. So if you can locate your hip creases, the crease at the tops of the thighs here. So as you press your feet together, lengthen your knees away from each other, and then deepen and lengthen those hip creases. Drop the buttocks flesh, feel that lifting and toning to the midline. As you exhale, start to bow forward over your legs. So just keep exploring. And if you stay away from your full range of motion, like your maximum range of motion, you'll be able to feel more deeply some of these subtle actions. Take another full exhale here. And then hugging in, drawing up below the navel. Inhale, rise all the way back. Exhale, release or draw the knees together and release the legs. Good. Let's take a seated twist before we lie down, bringing the right knee in. Let's take the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Hug the right knee with the left arm, right hand behind you, broadening the chest, rotating, looking over the right shoulder. Even here, right? You can dip into this very same subtle awareness even here, just refining this internal kind of attentiveness, naturally letting that be an expression of care, an expression of loving presence, open-heartedness. Breathing here, one more exhale. Inhale, just gazing forward. Exhale, releasing the twist, outstretching the right leg. Let's fold the left knee in, cross the left foot to the outside of the right thigh, maybe hugging the knee and rotating. Same thing, can you dig deeper inside here? Right, so just let the pose kind of blossom from that deeper internal awareness. Just let it be a manifestation of that loving presence, that open-heartedness that you offer when you listen deeply. Take another full exhale. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, releasing the twist, outstretching the left leg. So we're gonna lie all the way down on our backs. You might choose to scoot your bottom towards your heels and roll all the way down. Let's bring the feet a little wider than the hips, touch the knees together, and maybe a hand on the belly and a hand on the heart. Just take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Really just dropping down, sensing for a moment that deeply supportive quality of the earth, of the floor, rising up to meet you here. We're gonna do two back bends. So really they could be back bends of your choice. You all have been practicing with me for a long time, so I hope that you know you have options. You're welcome to explore bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana, which I'll talk us through. If you're preferring to do Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing wheel, you can do that. Or really any other back bend that you like. So with your next inhale, let's lift the hips up any amount. And remember what I said, if you stay below your maximum range of motion, you'll be able to have a deeper internal awareness, right? And over time, you start to press more into those maximum ranges of motion and you're able to still maintain that. But starting a little bit below maximum. And if you can locate your hip creases, feel them deepen and lengthen. What happens when you do that? And then feel the buttocks flesh get heavy. In this case, buttocks flesh moves towards the pit of the knee. And then draw in below the navel more. Take another inhale, feeling the strength of your legs. And then lower all the way down as you exhale. We're just gonna rest for a breath in and a breath out, just really softening into that vibration of presence. And then let's inhale, lift back up again. Right, so lifting up, and I'm just gonna invite you to feel into it in a way that makes sense for you right now, in case what I've been talking about does not make sense for you today. So breathing here, feeling into it. Inhaling and exhaling, just that steady, sweet presence. Let's take another inhale, and then lower all the way down as we exhale. Pause and rest and listen. Okay, so you have a couple of minutes for an inversion of your choice, which could be as simple as putting your legs up the wall or even just hugging your knees into your chest, right? It could be as complicated as headstand or handstand or forearm balance, right? So take a moment to listen deeply and then respond, picking an option that makes sense for you right now. So I'm gonna, as I've been doing when I've been teaching these classes, I'm gonna go to the wall and do a half handstand, an L-shaped pose at the wall. The way I would do that is a slightly short downward facing dog at the wall, and then walk my feet up the wall. And then reach into the hands, hug the upper arms together. So even in L-shaped pose or any inversion that you find yourself in, can you deepen and lengthen your hip creases? Drop your buttocks flesh, draw in below the navel, and feel that lengthening from the inside. As you deepen attention inside and breathe full, deep, spacious breaths. If you were in an active inversion, you might rest in child's pose for a few breaths. and then eventually lie back down onto your back. And we're just going to do a few reclined stretches before we rest. Okay, so lying down on your back, let's reach both legs up to the ceiling for just a moment. And then hover the left leg over the floor, reach the right leg up, clasp anywhere on your right leg that you can reach with your hands. So the left leg is hovering, the right leg is reaching up. As you exhale, bow your head to your knee and knit your navel to your spine as you lengthen the legs. Take another full exhale. And then inhale, rest the head down, squeeze the left leg up. And exhale, hover the right leg, clasp hands on the left leg anywhere, lengthen the legs, inhale, exhale, bow the head. So I didn't say it on the other side, but could you feel your hip creases deepening and lengthening and your buttocks flesh dropping as you bow a little more deeply? Inhale, rest the head down, lift the right leg up, and then hug the knees in. Let's come into happy baby. So knees come towards the armpits, feet towards the ceiling, hands onto the feet if possible. Even right here, can you deepen and lengthen those hip creases? Buttocks flesh is heavy. In this case, that means it's kind of lifting up to the ceiling and drawing in below the navel. You might feel your knees naturally, effortlessly sink a little deeper to the floor. Take another exhale. So there's no aggression about that action whatsoever. It's just deeply attentive. And that deep sense of attention, offering that care inside, it really creates some freedom and some spaciousness to be who you are. Let's hug the knees together and pause. So we're going to come into our final resting position, into Shavasana. You might choose to stretch your legs out onto the floor and rest lying flat. There might be another way that you'd like to rest. So however you choose to rest, take a moment to make that transition. You might inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth a few times. Really just receiving the support of the floor, moving into that space of receiving aliveness, receiving loving presence, and just resting in that space. So again, as I mentioned at the beginning, fundamentally this practice is really about knowing ourselves, loving ourselves. And we do so, we practice that because we deeply and sincerely wish to offer care and love to others and to our world. Right? So it's deeply personal, but it's also universal. So just if that resonates for you, resting with that.